Hey everyone, my name is Hayley and I'm this year's CGCU president. So we will now be giving you a brief introduction to the CGCU, also known as the City and Guilds College Union, and we'll explain a bit about what we do. So who are we? The CGCU is the Engineering Student Union, and we represent the students of all 8 engineering departments of Imperial, both undergrads and postgrads. We represent you in several different areas such as academics, well-being, and clubs and societies. And we also host cross-departmental events and even cross-faculty events throughout the year, so our events are a good way of meeting people outside of your discipline.
The CGCU outdid Imperial College itself. The City and Guilds of London's Central Technical College, from which the CGCU gets its name, was founded in South Kensington in 1885. In 1907, the Imperial College of Science and Technology was formed through the merging of 3 colleges: the Royal School of Mines, the Royal College of Science, and the City and Guilds College. The medical school joined in 1888 to form the Imperial we know and love today. These 3 historical colleges each had student unions: the Royal School of Mines Union, the Royal College of Science Union, and the City and Guilds College Union, which is us, and when the medical school was established, the School of Medicine Union was too. Despite how much Imperial has changed over the last century, including the abolition of colleges themselves, students have sustained a strong association with our historic tradition. Although we now have Imperial College Union as a larger umbrella organization, the constituent unions have survived. We still keep up some of our oldest traditions. The Bukalama is our union chant dating back to the 1930s. It is intended to strike fear into the hearts of people who aren't from the City and Guilds and was historically used to shut down the chants of Imperial others unions, although more recently is saved for union events. The sport of musketry was one practiced at many London universities, but Imperial is the only place where it survives today. It is a tradition where constituent unions attempt to steal each other's muskets, and, if successful, you can make demands, known as ransoms, that the other committee has to do before you give their musket back. In the past, we've had ransoms such as getting the president to do funny dances, or getting them to admit that the other constituent unions are better than theirs, or even donating blood. And it is still actively practiced. The left photo is from November of last year, when the guys successfully captured the mascots of both the miners and scientists at the same time. Mascots are large, heavy versions of objects relevant to their union's field. Spanner and Bolt are our mascots, which are said to be precisely match the fasteners used on London's Tower Bridge. Davy belongs to the miners, and it is a giant miner's lamp, and Theta from the scientists a 7-foot thermometer. Boo is our other much bigger mascot, a vintage car dating to 1902. Fortunately for us, this has been declared safe and cannot be stolen.
You can think of us as a committee that looks after all engineering societies on campus, making your student experience better through representation and through the events we run with our societies. We also are the people to go to should you need any help with raising issues within your engineering department, college, or within the union. So, who's who in CGCU? The CGCU committee is led by 24 volunteers in a wide range of areas, all working to improve your student experience as engineers at Imperial. We're a friendly bunch of people, so feel free to contact us via Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, or email to have a chat with us at any time. The union is a fully democratic and transparent organisation. This of course involves elections. The autumn elections are open for nominations right now. In the CGCU, we have the education officer and the bulk area is open. You can also run to be your year representative. Year reps take on issues with your course and take them to your departmental staff under the guidance of the CGCU education team. I highly encourage you to run for any year rep roles or even run for the 2 remaining roles in the CGCU. If you decide to run but have any questions about elections or you would like some tips on how to write your manifesto, we're always here to help.
Now I'm going to be talking a bit more about academic support at Imperial from the CGCU. Our education chair is Alexander Ziakowski, and our education officer is actually currently vacant. So if you'd like to join the CGCU, I highly recommend standing in the upcoming autumn elections. Now, what we do in terms of academic support is that we collect any issues raised by students from our year representatives and feed it forward to staff meetings with faculty. this does is that it ensures students' issues and voices are central to any changes that are made within education at Imperial. And so it's really important that you raise issues that you have, whether it be, the remote delivery of lectures, timetabling, the workload, etc., to your year representatives so that we hear it and then we can help make the change. Alright, moving on to the next slide. We have a similar system in place in terms of well-being support. So any issues that are raised to us from our year representatives are fed forward to faculty in order to discuss in staff meetings. And of course, if any issues are raised that are more sensitive in matter, we will not disclose any personal information, just the essentials so that issues are addressed and aren't repeated in the future. And the kinds of things that we, talk about and represent in terms of non-academic concerns is sexual health, mental health, LGBT plus representation, healthy eating, taking care of yourself, and student finances, among others. So what we do is signpost students to other relevant internal or external organizations to provide support, including the Student Support Zone, Student Counseling and Mental Health Advice Service, the Student Financial Support Team, and of course the departmental wellbeing advisors for each department.
So this slide highlights the difference in focus between academic and well-being representation. You have different departmental reps, one for well-being and one, sometimes two, for academics. And don't worry if you can't read the whole slide or if you're not sure which rep to contact, any union representative will help you find the best person to talk to. The purpose here is to show you that the union runs a massive team of dedicated volunteers who wants to help you with literally any issues you could face during your time at Imperial. So if you have any issues, ideas for improvement, or just after some advice, please don't hesitate to get in touch with any of the officers within the CGCU, your departmental reps, or your year reps that will be elected soon.
Whilst you socialize with your course colleagues through societies, networking with engineers in other areas is both valuable and interesting. The CGCU provides many of these opportunities. In previous years, the first event of the year is usually the welcome dinner. This is also the main event of the year. Last year, it was at the Millennium Gloucester, less than 10 minutes walk from campus by Gloucester Road Tube Station. Black tie event. During the year, you will mostly stay within your department with the opportunity to meet students from other departments. All the tickets are subsidized. Includes full 3-course dinner with champagne, reception, and after party.
In terms of events, we organise events with our engineering societies, ourselves, and other constituent unions. Previously had a quad union carnival, taking over the union for an evening of games, drinks and music for some friendly competition year on year. We have also done events such as dog therapy, industry talks and diversity panels.
Alright, thanks again, Hilliam. So on top of our cross-union events, we have a bunch of other events in store. We have CNG Week in February, which hopefully, if COVID-19 is a bit better by then, crossing our fingers, we'll have some in-person events. And the kind of things we hosted last year included bar nights, pub crawls, pub quizzes, karaoke, a tour of Queen's Towers, competitions, and etc. A CGCU festival where we got students from different societies and departments to compete against each other. This year that's going to be for our interdepartmental league, so we're going to talk about that in a bit. And in terms of our industry events, we had Faces of Engineering, a panel discussion last year, which was an event where we invited engineers of all backgrounds to come talk about their experiences from top companies such as Google and Facebook, and followed by a networking session. Hopefully we'll bring it back this year in the form of a webinar, so be sure to look out for that. And we'll definitely include more social events throughout the year, talks with prominent engineers, and cross-departmental events as well. So now it's time to talk about our Welcome Week events for 2020. The first thing on our lineup is a game session, so we're going to call that coffee table game sessions on Monday and Wednesday. Basically, this is just a cool event where you can join our Discord at the time and dates and meet people from different departments, join a voice channel, and play some cool games like Among Us, Scribble.io. So we've done the annoying thing of setting a time and date for people to meet. All you have to do is just turn up and meet some new friends. And the next thing in our lineup is Confidence Level Up Workshop with Girls in Charge Initiative. We're partnering up with them this year to host their gamified workshops that train your transferable skills such as communication and leadership. So be sure to join us on Tuesday, 6th of October from 6 to 7:30 p.m. This is a nice warm welcome for our female engineers, but everyone is welcome to join. And the next thing in our lineup is going to be a cocktail making quiz night. So what's going to happen is that if you buy a cocktail making set, which is going to include a shaker and a glass kit for £7.50 from the Union website, we're going to send it to you before the event, and on Wednesday evening you can join us in making our CGCU signature cocktail or mocktail, and then after that followed by a CGCU quiz night. So it's going to be really fun. We're going to be streaming it on Twitch with our expert bartender, and you can make along with us. We'll send out the ingredients list beforehand and everything, and then afterwards we'll get together for a quiz night. Basically it's going to be a pub quiz, but a bit fancier because of the cocktails or mocktails. So be sure to join us, it's going to be really fun. And our final events for this year are a Minecraft Build Battle and Hunger Games Royale. Since everything is going to be remote and social distancing anyway, then what better way to do it than on Minecraft? This is just going to be an opportunity for you to put your creativity and cunning to the test. And if you have your own Minecraft accounts, then be sure to join. But if you don't, then we actually have 10 Minecraft accounts that we can send you the passwords for during our individual game sessions, so that you can join and play along and just have some fun, meeting new friends. Also, the winners of the Minecraft Build Battle and Hunger Games are going to win points for our interdepartmental league for the departments. So be sure to check out information on that on our social media, sign up, and just have fun during Welcome Week. Thanks.
Normally we run a football league every year that is open to anyone. You just have to make a team, then email the CGCU sports officer to enter. However, this year, in the interest of health and safety during a pandemic, we've decided to run an esports league instead. We'll run a tournament of several popular games, and we'll be asking each department to put forward a team, and they'll be pitted against each other until there's one final winner. The winning department will not only get prizes, but also have points added to their department in the interdepartmental league table. What's the interdepartmental league table, you ask? So this is a new initiative we came up with this year, where there will be an amount of points attached to each of our competition-style events. Winning that competition will mean points awarded for your department. At the end of the year, we will tally up all the points each department has won throughout the year, and the winning department will not only get a clout in the form of a shield with their department permanently engraved on it, but maybe even a special event hosted just for that department, funded by us. I'd highly encourage you guys to take part in this, and may the best engineering department win. Now onto clubs and societies. As a union, we oversee your departmental society, which you should be able to find on this slide. And we also oversee several others, such as the Space Society and the Robotics Society. We assist them in the management of their finances and how they're run, and represent their voices to Imperial College Union.
Every year, we release our Freshers Guide, a spanner. It contains everything that we've discussed here in this presentation, as well as other information you may need to start your university experience off right. We also release a termly publication called the Guild Sheet, dedicated to everything engineering that's happening at Imperial, from interviews with engineering-based startup founders to the lives of Imperial students. We write a lot and are looking for writers and illustrators. If you're interested in writing for us, get in touch, and you can find details at the end.
Alright, thank you so much for joining our talk today. Hopefully you've learned a bit more about the CGCU. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us on our social media, and hope you have a great welcome week. Thanks.